Have you been there?
No, never been.
Oh,
It's supposed to be their summertime too, so.
Oh, hey. Well, take care. I want to get in his...
Hey there, by popular demand, we shot the previous narrator of this channel, so I'll be taking over the reins from now on. Today I'll be covering a rare Nirvana song that they only ever performed live. I'm not talking about Come On Death, Mrs. Buttersworth, or even the elusive Talk to Me. Instead, I'll be covering an even rarer song that you might not know about. When I first became aware of this song about a year ago, I didn't think much of it. A video popped up in my recommendations, one from 2015. It was a video by the YouTuber Jaden, titled Nirvana, the Twilight Zone theme. It was a clipped jam of the band performing a TV theme cover from their December 1989 show in Belgium. It was a neat bit of rare material from the band, but nothing unusual, as Nirvana have performed countless half-serious covers of famous songs in their live shows. At some point though, I thought to re-listen to the jam as I had overplayed the band's studio material, and something struck me that I hadn't noticed the first time I listened. This was not the Twilight Zone theme song. There were some similarities, sure, but not to the point where I would even call it a jam on the song. It lacks the distinct repeated motif that makes the theme song so recognizable. You know, the... Now, I don't fault the uploader for this mislabel. I checked livenirvana.com and I saw that it was labeled as the Twilight Zone theme jam there too. But on that page, I also saw that the band show in Belgium was not the only time they played the song. Cross-referencing the Live Nirvana page with available recordings of the band's live shows, it seems like Live Nirvana has misidentified a brief moment of Kurt tuning his guitar before Ben is sung as an instance of the song. Maybe it's just me, but I really don't think that counts. From what I can gather, the story of the song goes like this. On November 8th, 1989, with Chad Channing on the drums, Nirvana performed a show at the Rose Club in Cologne, Denmark. The show was largely overlooked, with no video footage of the night surfacing. The show would open with a legendary moment. Very briefly, the band would toy around with the chords to Where Did You Sleep Last Night, 3 weeks before they would debut the song live for the first time, a teaser of what was to come. After the band noodled on their instruments for a little, Kurt says into the mic, After they play School, the band thrashed through a wild take of Scoff. They finish the song, and then the band take a brief break for Chris to talk to the audience.
For all you fans out there.
We then hear the band break out into the first known recording of this rare song, lasting less than a minute before they switch to Love Buzz. Had they only ever played it once, I would write the song off as a spontaneous jam, but as soon as the next day on November 9th in Hanover, Kurt would play the riff to the unknown song again, even more briefly this time, before breaking out into the riff for Ben as Son. Three days later on the 12th, the band would perform the longest version of the track, jamming on it for over 70 seconds after their opener School. This version is distinct for what sounds like Chris speaking with delay on his mic over the jam. The only phrase I can make out is, though I'm not certain it's Chris, it could be someone else's voice. As far as I can find, the band would only perform the track once more, a few weeks later in Belgium on December 2nd. After their usual opening tracks of School and Scoff, the band performed a jam on Captain Beefheart's I'm Gonna Booglerize You, Baby, followed by their final performance of this unknown song, the one I had originally heard uploaded to YouTube that started all of this. This is my favorite performance of the track. It showcases a hauntingly menacing instrumental that the band were working on in 1989. Unfortunately, they never played it in the 90s, and if Kurt ever had any vocals for the track, we'll probably never hear them. This video hinges on the idea that this is a unique song that Nirvana were working on, rather than just a series of jams on a TV show theme, which is a far less exciting possibility. But my theory goes as follows. Sometime in late 1989, while touring Europe with the band Tad, Kurt started to write a song. Whether he got to writing any vocal part for it is unknown. He would bring the song to the band to try out live to flesh it out and get a feel for it.
This goes into your guitar. Hey!
Playing it first in Denmark on November 8th, and for the final time in Belgium on December 2nd, before ending the European tour shortly after, and going back to the States where he more or less forgot about or gave up on the track. It was likely never finished, but these 4 recordings are a possible peek into the unreleased material that Kurt was working on with the band prior to Nevermind.